This is Getting On with Life, Biblical Wisdom for Successful Christian Living. And this lesson is Worship King Jesus. There are three principal rulers of the world since creation. One or other of them is ruling your life right now. So let's take a look at who they are and find out which one now controls your life. God rules everything, since He created all things. However, God gave the place of rule over the earth to man at creation. So the first ruler of the world was man. In Genesis 1:26 we are told, God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and give him rulership over the fish of the sea, birds of the air, livestock, and over all the earth and every creature that moves on it." Man was originally given the place of king over all the earth, with divine authority to do with it as he pleased. Of course, since God rules everything, what man did with the earth was answerable to God. However, man lost his rule of the earth because of sin. When Adam and Eve gave in to the devil's temptation to eat forbidden fruit, man submitted himself to the devil and effectively handed over rule of the earth to the devil. Man also came under God's judgment and was cursed. The whole earth was cursed as well, so death and decay now impact everything. The earth is now not such a nice place as it was originally created to be, thanks to sin bringing the curse of death and uselessness onto the earth. The devil, having gained control of the world from man, became the next ruler of this world. The very world system, in its variations from place to place, is controlled by Satan and operates according to evil process and intent. At heart, the world is built around human selfishness and pride. The devil seduces man to be part of his evil world system, which defies God's lordship and indulges man's passions. Note how the world is described in the Bible. 1 John 2:15 and 16 says, "Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the desires of the flesh, the desires of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not from the Father, but from the world." Jesus referred to the devil as the ruler of this world on several occasions. In John 12:31 he said, "Now is the judgment of this world. Now the prince of this world will be cast out." The Apostle Paul referred to the devil as the god of this age. In 2 Corinthians 4:4 he said, "The god of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers so they cannot see the light of the gospel of the glory of Christ, who is the image of God." Paul also revealed the devil's hierarchy of evil spirits ruling this world, which we are to defeat. In Ephesians 6:12 he says, "We wrestle against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in heavenly places." When Jesus came, the devil tempted him by offering him all the kingdoms of the world. The devil claimed they were his. In Luke 4:5 and 6, the devil showed Jesus all the kingdoms of the world and said, "All this has been given to me, and I can give it to you." So the first ruler of the earth was man, given that authority by God. The next was the devil, who tempted man to give up his rule, seducing man's selfishness and pride. And that's the situation that existed when Jesus came into the world 2,000 years ago. Jesus came as the legitimate ruler of the earth. He came to be King of kings and Lord of all lords. Revelation 17:14 says, "These will make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb will overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings." And Revelation 19:16 says, "He has a name written on his robe and on his thigh, King of kings and Lord of lords." Jesus destroyed the devil by death and resurrection. The devil's power came by sin. When Jesus paid for sin, death and the devil were defeated. 1 John 3:8 tells us, "For this purpose the Son of God was manifested, to destroy the works of the devil." And Hebrews 2:14 tells us, "Now since the people are flesh and blood, he, Jesus, also shared in their humanity, so that by his death he would destroy him who holds the power of death, that is, the devil." Now the true ruler of the earth is in place. That's Jesus. Man proved to be weak and selfish. The devil is evil. Jesus is victorious. However, people still choose to worship man today. They think man is the highest power and man's ideas are best. They think that indulging lusts and pride and being ruled by self will bring happiness and success. They are deceived and deluded, ignoring man's weakness and that man is sold out to selfishness, pride, and sin, and is under the power of the devil. Everyone who thinks they are in control of their life is blind and foolish, not seeing the truth of their situation. The very world they want to succeed in is controlled by the devil. Man proved to be a failed power since he so quickly sold out to the devil. There are also millions of people who worship the devil, either directly or through New Age, mystical ideas, or through non-Christian religions, or even distorted forms of Christianity. The devil has been defeated by Christ, but still operates until Christ comes to finalize human history. So the devil is deceiving, enslaving, and destroying people today, as he has always done. The devil proved to be a failed power because he is evil, and he is also defeated. Then there is Christ Jesus, the true ruler of the world, King of kings and Lord of lords. But to worship him, you must give up your desire to rule your life. You must bow the knee to Jesus. This is a sticking point for the proud, selfish, and those determined to be in control of their world. Of course, they are not in control since they are slaves to sin and the devil, but they think they are in control and getting their own way. So that's the picture of Earth's three rulers. Only one of them brings freedom, life, victory, and eternal blessing. The others trap people in slavery to sin, shame, and judgment. So I call on you to review where you stand and see clearly who you bow your knee to. And I call on each of you to determine in your heart that you will live to worship King Jesus. God bless you.